here out on my patio. Oh, let me make sure is my mic on? I think my mic's on. All right, there's nobody here in the room yet. So if you come into the room, let me know if you hear my mics. Let me know if sound check is good. I don't have my people in here right now. So, but this is another edition of Sunset Crypto. I don't know, we're just trying something different, guys. We're trying something different. Bitcoin, I just got back from the Superman movie. The Superman movie was absolutely excellent. I'm usually not into those type of movies, so I was pleasantly surprised. And then when I got out of the movie theater, I saw that Bitcoin was at all-time highs. So we are, let me look here. So we have touched all the way up to 119.9. We have not gone above 120K Bitcoin yet. Hello, John Germain. There's a new Superman movie out, and I believe the actor who plays Superman is Christopher Reeve's grandson. He did an amazing job. The storyline was great. I was totally into it. It was a great movie. So, but I got out of there and I was pulling up the Bitcoin chart. Hold on, my Bitcoin chart's going all over. Wait. There we go. I'm pulling up the Bitcoin chart. I'm really excited. I'm excited. I'm wondering if we're going to break through 120. As you guys know, the Asian markets are starting to wake up and they're starting. Hello, Chipper. Welcome. I'm back out here on my patio. It's finally not 102 or 3 degrees or however hot it was today, so I can actually sit outside and enjoy the outside. So yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm struggling with my succulents out here in my garden. I'm trying to propagate, and then I think I'm messing up by like getting the soil too wet and not letting it dry enough, and then I'm putting them out in the sun, and I think the water is like, I'm like scorching the leaves on them. I don't know. I suck at succulents. I'm really good at gardening, but the fact that I'm not good at succulents makes me a little upset. It's humid in Dallas. It's a little humid here, but not too terribly bad. But yeah, I was like 102 today. It was not feeling too hot. It was not feeling too hot. So yeah, Bitcoin 119. It's just under 700. 119,700. So it looks like we kind of tapped out at 119,900. So we're waiting for something to happen there. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have my Dubai chocolate out here. You guys, if you were not here yesterday, I tried the Dubai chocolate on the evening live stream. I gave my honest opinion of it. It's not as good as I thought it would be. I paid a lot of money for it too, so I'm a little sad. Usually if I pay a lot of money for chocolate, I want it to taste good. So let's go ahead and see what else we've got here on the charts. I want to pull up some more charts here. Crypto charts. Yeah, so the movie theater, while I'm pulling that up, the movie theater was packed. I haven't been to a movie in a while where like every seat was pretty much full. And then just like weird stuff, like there was like a lady laying on the ground. I don't know if her kids were just like acting a fool. But there was like a lady laying on the ground in part of it. But the storyline was really, really good. So I'm glad I went to go see it. And then there was, I always like going for the previews before. And so there is the Freakier Friday movie is coming out, and that looks really good. It has Lindsay Lohan in it and Jamie Lee Curtis. And so I don't know, it feels super nostalgic. So I think I'm gonna go watch that when it comes out. All right, let's talk about some other coins here. So Ethereum, it's still sitting above 3,000. It's at 3,001. XRP, it's up 4%. It's trading at $2.88. Let's see, we've got Solana, it's up 2%. It's still trading at around 164. Solana, I feel like it's lagging, you guys, and I almost am starting to feel a little bit of the bullishness switch from Solana to Ethereum. I'm starting to see Ethereum wake up. I'm starting to see movement on Ethereum coins, while Solana is continuing down this path that's very extractive. As you guys know, the pump coin is being launched. It should be deployed. The contract now, a little bit of controversy with the contract. I don't know if you guys are seeing this on your end, but the pump contract supposedly shows that it's locked for withdrawals. I don't know exactly if like there's some other way that they're looking at maybe distributing the coins, but the contract that they actually had purchased the pump token from is showing that the coins are going to be locked. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Now, the pre-sale happened. As you guys know, it broke records on how much money it had generated. That is supposed to be, I believe, airdropping. For us, it'll be tomorrow, which will be Monday, but some people are watching this, it's maybe already Monday. So I believe Monday is supposed to be the day for the airdrop. So we're going to see if insiders start selling on the pump token. We're also going to see, just generally if people start trading the coin, if retail picks it up, if it starts to run, or if there really is the issue that people are talking about, which is the fact that the coins are going to be locked in the contract. So I don't know, there's some sketchy stuff there. But as you guys also know, tomorrow is the 14th. So the 14th is the start of Crypto Week at the White House. So Crypto Week, I've kind of joked about it being an indoctrination, but essentially it is going to be a session where everyone comes together and tries to get clarity around stablecoin legislation, the Genius Act, and things like that. Those need to pass in order for us to move forward with a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And so the Bitcoin strategic reserve is what most of us are championing for. We want to see there be on a federal level some sort of investment into Bitcoin because it is a hard asset. It is going to increase in value. It is a way that we can cut our national debt. And so a lot of us want to see the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill go through. Although they're occurring on state levels, the federal level is not even going to look at or consider it until the Genius Act stablecoin legislation makes it through and gets approval. So this week has been declared Crypto Week, and so again, as I've joked about it being the indoctrination, it's all of the elected officials that need to vote on this bill coming together. They typically will go around the room and they'll ask, usually on a 5-minute timer. Each person usually gets about 5 minutes. They ask the question then gets answered. And so depending on how somebody utilizes that 5 minutes, they can either get a lot of response or they get very little response. What I do not know is whether this is going to be broadcasted. So if it is going to be broadcasted, I'm probably going to pull it up. I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to be reporting on it because I like to see kind of gauge what the sentiment is and what people's thoughts are. Because then it can kind of give you a feeling of perhaps maybe where they're going to vote or maybe what their hesitations are. Usually people kind of all have the same sort of grievances and things like that. Hello, welcome to the chat. Emmanuel, welcome. I'm just here talking about cryptocurrency as we have cryptocurrency week here in the U.S. government this next week. And so I am just here discussing all things crypto legislation and really hoping that we're going to see the Bitcoin price go up here. So pull up the live chart here. On CoinMarketCap, we're currently sitting at 119,700 still. We're just still kind of seeing, it's still loading, but it's still kind of around that same range. I'm located in California, so I'm on the west coast of the United States. I've been here most of my life, although I did live as an expat in Australia for 5 years. So I can appreciate, things that of how hard it can be to live as somebody who has moved overseas, left everyone that they know and love behind in another country. I mean, for me, it was a choice to leave to Australia, but it was still really hard to leave my family behind. So it's hard. But I love the U.S. I came back here because my family is here. You know, the U.S. is not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. So it is nice to meet you as well. So yeah, Bitcoin chart, I finally got it loaded. Here's where we're at. I'm hoping we're going to break through this 120,000 little Bitcoin dominance is showing that it's starting to wane a little bit. So what that can mean is that we might start to see a little bit of a rally in altcoins. So altcoins are good because look, the majority of people don't hold a lot of Bitcoin. There's people that were early, they have Bitcoin. Majority of people, they are in on altcoins. They're in on meme coins. They're in on other investments that were, easier for them to buy into. They understand trading with size. And when you understand trading with size, Bitcoin might not be the best purchase for you. However, I will always, always, always stress that all roads do lead back to Bitcoin. And so while I think it's great and you can make money on meme coins, altcoins, different blockchain cryptocurrencies, any money you make should go back to Bitcoin as your ultimate reserve of currency. So hello, Mareto, welcome. So Bitcoin, all roads go back to Bitcoin. So I think I've told you guys, while I did do some trading on Solana, I did take profits from Solana, moved it over to the Bitcoin blockchain, purchased some DOG with it and some Bitcoin. But DOG is on Bitcoin and it sells in Satoshi. So if you're familiar with Bitcoin, it is broken out into Satoshis. So when you buy it, you buy in sats. So if you're not buying a full Bitcoin, if you're putting $100, $10, $50, you're just buying some Satoshis that make up that Bitcoin. So when I buy DOG and I sell DOG, DOG will sell for Satoshis, which is Bitcoin. And so I really, really cannot stress enough, if you are into wanting to look at acquiring some Bitcoin, I think that's a really good way. Don't put all of your money into it, but just maybe a little bit, because that will become your Bitcoin. So now let's talk about where we see Bitcoin going this cycle, because we do have all of the legislation coming up. We have Crypto Week at the White House. And so what's going to happen with that is going to kind of give us a broader framework to be able to see how much money institutions are looking to inject, because global liquidity is currently sitting on the sidelines. There were a lot of unknowns with the president going into the White House. There always is with a president change. So a lot of rules have changed, a lot of things have been shaken up. So there's been a lot of uncertainty. You want to add into the fact that there's also been a little bit of war going on back and forth. And so those things also are going to play a role into whether people are looking to invest their liquidity. If there's a war, people aren't going to want to be throwing a bunch of money into the stock market, into cryptocurrency. So when I talk about there being global liquidity reserves on the side, this is what I'm talking about. So now with what happens at the White House this week, there could be enough clarity around the legislation that's currently being proposed. If that's the case, perhaps this moves forward. Once that moves forward and we're starting to look forward with a Bitcoin strategic reserve, then that's going to be our green light for money to go into Bitcoin. Now, Cathie Woods of ARK Financial had initially said that she has, thank you for saying that I'm beautiful when I'm not yapping. You can put me on mute. That works. So Cathie Woods had mentioned that the global inflows, if it was 2 to 3% of institutional money being allotted into Bitcoin, they would project the price going up to $500,000. So Bitcoin right now at 120K to 500K. if 2 to 3%. That was Cathie Woods, who's been in finance forever. So she's been a proponent of crypto. She's been studying the industry. She's super knowledgeable, and people really hold her in a high regard. So that's one of the numbers that she's put out. There's been other people that have kind of echoed that statement as well. So, now, what has recently come out is the fact that they're saying that they actually see more like 7 to 8% of the global sideline liquidity moving into Bitcoin. 7 to 8% from 2 to 3%. That's like a 5% increase. So if we were projecting it initially to hit 500K at 2 to 3%, and now we're talking 7 to 8%, are we looking at $1 million Bitcoin this cycle? So we're still so early in the fact that you could be buying Bitcoin at this price that we're currently at right now. And that's why I'm really excited and sitting here watching this. Sitting here watching this chart. We are live on the chart. Let me pull up the trading view. You guys, I usually live stream here every day at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time as I'm here in California, and I will pull up charts, I will pull up news, we will dive into this stuff. If I yap too much, just move on. This isn't for you. This isn't for you. But we like to look at money, we like to talk about money because we like financial freedom. So here's where we're currently looking on the Bitcoin chart. I'm currently on a 1 minute Bitcoin chart right here. And so as you can see here we're at 120K. Oh my gosh, I'm gone. We've tapped the line of 120K. We got really close and then we had a sell-off. We got really close and we had a sell-off. We had this sell-off here and then we came all the way up here and the top of the red line looked like it touched 120K. So now we've had that other sell-off from 120K. We're currently sitting at 119.8. So you guys, we're about $200 away. Hello, Don Legend. Thank you for being here, my sweet, sweet friend. So yeah, we're $200 away right now from 120K Bitcoin. This is super exciting. This is super exciting, you guys. If you're new to Bitcoin, if you're new to cryptocurrency, I do have some very dumbed down basic tutorial stuff. They're some of the first videos I ever created. I probably talk too slow. I break it all down and what is this? What is this? How does it all relate? So if you're new to crypto and you're not really too familiar about it, you can go check those out. Those are here on the channel. But if not, you're welcome to come to all of my live streams. Right now I'm pushing really, really hard to get above 1,000 subscribers. Trying really hard. Oh, is there someone behind me? There's someone behind me. I hope not. Maybe. There could be. Sometimes people will come up here. Sometimes. Anyway. I forget where I was going with that. So we've got a very exciting week coming up for crypto. If you are new to crypto, if you're not new to crypto, I try to keep it where I am talking about basic stuff on the channel, but daily I will bring up news and I'll talk about things. You can interact with me here on the chat. I will have some guests coming on this next week. I've decided to kind of expand out. I was a guest on Blues Pawn Talk this last week. He was phenomenal. He's an attorney. He's got a lot of really great information. He's passionate about crypto. Deep in the Apu community, which there is some bleed over from the Chainlink family, which I love Chainlink. So I'm going to have him on. I'm also going to have Michael K from previously Wallet Guard. He's now at MetaMask. He was acquired by MetaMask. So he has been super big in the space, offering a free service in cryptocurrency so that you can check links to make sure that you're not clicking a link that will be a wallet drainer. So that's one of the biggest issues in crypto is you will think that you're clicking something that is an official link that you want, looks like a legit company, but they came up with a way to test these links before you click them so that you don't end up with your wallet drained. If you've been here for a while, if you've been putting your hard-earned money into crypto, there is nothing more defeating than losing it all and starting back at square zero. Whether you get drained, whether you get liquidated, whether you make a bad trade and lose it all, it's the worst feeling. And anything that I can do to help people not get liquidated, not start back from square zero, whatever, you guys know what I mean. I just don't want to see that. And I've talked about it here on the channel before. My mom was scammed out of $200,000. And in addition to being scammed out of the $200,000, she had to pay tax on that scammed $200,000. So she was out the money basically twice. And it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I'm really happy that it didn't scare her away from trading, because it would be awful. It would be awful because it took her so long to save that money and to lose it and to start over. It's a really tough thing. And I had plenty of friends lose it all last cycle and start over. So if you're here in crypto and you're excited about it like I am, tune into my channel and we'll talk about crypto. I'll help guide you down a path of like people who are good developers that are looking out for your best interest. One of the big things we're talking about now is security, because with some of the legislation coming out, there's going to be more government visibility into what's going on with crypto. And so there are things that we can do to keep ourselves safe and secure, and to make sure that we're remaining autonomous where we need to be autonomous. And so there's a lot of really cool tips and tricks we can give you here. So anyway, there's still 7 people in the chat. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'm going to take a drink since I've been yapping so much. I am the beef. It's hot here. So, I don't know, you guys. I was hoping we were going to see Bitcoin price continue to go up. You do have a question. I am the beef. I can't believe you're still here. Shoot it. Let's hear it. No question, just new, and thank you. Albina, if you subscribe to me, I'll love you forever. I'm trying to hit 1,000. I'm like, I don't know, 33 subs away from 1,000. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I try and keep it fun. I try not to just do like finance stuff. I'm going to tell you, I feel like AI is starting to take over. Maybe you'll just look at me. Oh. Sweet. I feel like AI is going to start taking over, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it too. But like, I love YouTube. I don't really watch TV anymore because I feel like I can pull up whatever I want on YouTube. So I've kind of become addicted to learning things, like anything I want, whether it's like about health or the body or spirituality stuff, religious stuff, because I like looking into like old historical religious things. I've got New Zealand people here. I had a wonderful person from New Zealand yesterday in the chat, and I was telling all the stories of my little excursions in New Zealand, because I love that country. It's amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. I lived in Sydney for 5 years. So, oh, you're from Texas. I love Texas. So I went to Texas 3 times last year for work. I was in Dallas, Austin, and McKinney, Texas, which is like outside of Dallas. I'm trying to think if I went anywhere else in Texas last year. I did a lot of work trips last year. Yeah, McKinney, Texas was definitely, that was my most expensive cab ride of all of last year. For me to get from the airport in Dallas to McKinney, Texas. I work for a media company called Gokhshtein News Network, and I work in cryptocurrency. And so one of the founder developers that I've done work with has a office in McKinney, Texas. And so they've been actively recruiting some very, very skilled, knowledgeable cryptocurrency developers. And so they are building, it's like books on chain. It's really hard to describe how it is. So blockchain, the books are on the blockchain. And they have partnered with Amazon with a print-on-demand facility. And I was just blown away because, like, to me, crypto is like it's Bitcoin. It's number go up, number go down. And then I go to this conference and they're like, yeah, you can buy this book with your Cardano, with your ADA, connect your wallet. And when you buy it, you can select whether you want just the digital version or whether you want the digital and the print on demand. So print on demand comes out of the Amazon facility. As soon as you select print on demand, their little warehouse robots start doing the thing. They showed us these little videos where it like prints it out and then it like goes into these little stacks of books, and there's these little robots that are driving these pallets of books around the Amazon facility. It is mind-blowing what is being developed. And so it's stuff like that that gets me really excited. Like I sit here and I'm like all excited about crypto and number go up, but I geek out more on like the technology and where things are going as a society. Because I mean, I had no idea that Amazon was already involved in crypto in terms of having a relationship to do books on demand, print books on demand. I didn't even know printing books on demand was a thing, first off. So yeah, so then to find out that crypto is also involved in it, I was like, wow, it's just like the stuff that is being built, it's so far so fast. Amazon's also developing some games. And I have a friend named William Morris who is going to be traveling over Europe in the next few months. But I want to have him on my show, to, if he will, to talk about some of the stuff Amazon is building out. So, are they working on the Solana network? Hello, Mike Volmer, welcome. I don't know. Cardano's not doing anything with Solana. I'll put that out there right away. Solana and Cardano kind of pissing each other's Cheerios back and forth a bit. And so, unfortunately, I don't see them working together anytime soon. I don't like that. I would like to see there be more integration. But Solana has had the market share this cycle. Like, I don't know how many coins I've minted, or not minted, but like have purchased, bought in meme coins on Solana. I mean, my dead coins on my Phantom wallet, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. That's why I got to a point where when I was making money on Solana, I'm like, I'm just going to take this off and put it in a Bitcoin. Like, I know what to expect with Bitcoin, whereas I don't know what to expect with Solana. And historically, anything that launches on Solana, like 99% chance of failure. I mean, some of the products that are being developed are great. Like I have one of the fitness tracker rings. I'm all fitness tracker rings. Let me tell you about my fitness tracker ring. It's black, and then I just read something that like swingers wear black rings to signify that they're swingers. And so I've been like rocking this black ring everywhere and like just thinking nothing of it because it's like, you know, checking my data and telling me if I sleep good, and I don't know, maybe getting me some coin on Kudus or whatever. It's a Kudus wellness ring. Anyway, and then I find out like, oh, I'm like wearing this black ring just to track my fitness, and people are probably thinking I'm a swinger. I had no idea. So I don't wear it anymore. Now I know why people paid more for the other colors, because there's other colors of the Kudus rings, but the black ones, I don't know. You guys, help me. I don't know. I just learned about the whole loofah thing, like the weird, like, you know, the nudist colony people. And like then they all like do the little loofahs on the car to like signify what kind of weird kinks they're into. People are weird. I don't know. Anyway, I'm starting to lose it. Can you guys see the sunset? I don't know. It's prettier. Oh, there we go. It's prettier if I show it that way. Anyway, I do love Texas though. I've also been to Houston quite a bit. I've been to, is it Katy, Texas? Yeah, I've been around, but yeah, I have fun there. Anyway, if you guys are new here and you'd like, smash a subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow or maybe today, depending on what time it is for you. But I'm gonna go take a shower and go to bed. So I hope to see you all on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. And hopefully Bitcoin hits 120K while we sleep. All right.